All on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Come on, set. 15, run. 15 line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 56, the muck.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 56. It's a party now. It's a party now. Set.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Check 15, check 15.
They'll run with a big man, Campbell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Campbell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Well, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me.
Hey, Zoo.
Here we go. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1.
From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And able to find Conley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Ready to break.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 56 of mine.
Hey. Hey, wahoo! Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And down to the 16-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Let's get there. Mark 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Here's Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That's good for a Texans.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Campbell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Slam.
On 2nd down, it's Campbell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is it. 19. Watch the out.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
obviously the offense thought they had something going by trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Watch the slant. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. I got him.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Second and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Go. Let's get it.
From the gun, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary Conley. And this will be a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. 10 logo.
Touchdown, defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 17-14.
17. Texans 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
44 is the mic. 31. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Come on now, let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. Room here to run. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches, because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Campbell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready? 18, Gator.
56. I hope you got your left because I'm going to get it.
Again, it's Fournette. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Here we go, team. Get off the field.
5.
They'll run on 1st down. Thompson in on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Defense on deck. On deck. Check.
Any weapons?
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Looking to throw. Eason. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check right. Check. Alert. 31. Hey, we got to snap behind the rope.
Back to throw, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good for Texans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Campbell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 4th-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 4.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Leonard Fournette. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. All day, dog. Let's go.
They'll run with Davis, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
44,
Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
44, Mike 59. Y'all not ready. 44 is the mark. Come on.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready up.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, echo. Right up.
Throwing on first down. Eason caught here by Conley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
16 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fournette. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
That's the way.
5.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll run on first down. It's Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44. 45, go, echo. Check.
Now Watson, operating from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Get too far. Down, go.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson, and this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Here we go. Here we go.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Jacksonville.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Just like that. Just like that.
On the run, it's Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Jags, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of the...